In this video, we're going to learn about publishing web pages. So far, we've been storing our web pages in our local file system and then viewing them in the browser. And that's worked out great for development. This is a good way to build and change and update web pages. But eventually we get them to the point where we want to publish them on the internet to make them available. There are two things we need to be able to do that. One is we need space on a web server. So a web server's job is to wait for somebody to ask for a web page, and then it sends it to them. And we need to put our files on a web server before they're available to anybody. So the computer science department provides you some web space on the Icarus Web server, and we will use that space. There's a video on how to access your account information so that you can access your account on Icarus. The second thing that we need is a tool that transfers files from our computer to the internet web server. So the tool that I'm going to use, it needs to be a file transfer FTP client, and the tool that I'm going to use is called CyberDuck, and you can download and use CyberDuck for free, or you can pay for it. If you go to cyberduck.io, there's an option there to download it for Windows or for Mac, and that is why I choose it, is so you can download it for Windows or Mac. If you choose these, you'll get an older version and then have to update it. Another way to do it is to go to the change log and choose one of the releases here. I just tested version 6, and as of right now it isn't stable, so I went back to the 5.4.4 version and it seems to be working fine. So once you download and install that, then you can just type in CyberDuck and open that. And this is the tool that we will use to transfer our files. All right, to use this, it's automatically going to where I was last connected. But what I have to do to open a connection, by default, it goes to FTP, which is File Transfer Protocol. But Icarus does not allow that. So we need to use SFTP, which is SSH, File Transfer Protocol. It's a little bit more secure. This will automatically populate the port to 22, which is correct. There are three things that you need to enter. Icarus.cs.weber.edu. I know that's really small. Let me say it again. Icarus, I-C-A-R-U-S, .cs.weber.edu is what you want to put in the server. And then you want to put your username. And mine, I have a demo student, and their name is demo student. 65432 is the username, and then the password. And click connect. And there, when we get connected, what we see is up here we see home / our username, and then this folder public HTML. Inside this folder is where you put any files that you want to be available on the internet. So to get inside this folder, you need to double click, and that opens it up. And then up here in the bar, you can see that you're inside public HTML. That's actually really important. Anything outside of public HTML will not be visible. So to move files there, we want to click on the upload icon. To find where your files are is usually a really long process. Windows users, Linda, Boxing, and so you have to be able to find your pages from the very get-go, or you can put them in some quick access location where you can find them. And that's what I've done here. So to upload sunflower.html, I just click on it and choose it. And there it says it uploaded, and there it shows up in my public HTML folder. Now if I go look, I'll go ahead and upload the other one as well. So I'm going to upload resizing.html. You can hear it telling me that it's opened and that it's using it and that it's working. And there you see them both in public HTML. Now we can go check and find out if they're here. So how we find out to get them on the internet is we have to put in the icarus.cs.weber.edu. So that's the web server, the host name, / and then we have to put our username, but it has to have the tilde first. So tilde, demo student 65432, you'll put your username there, / and then this puts us in the public HTML folder. So once we're in the public HTML folder, then we can type in sunflower.html, the file name. And there we have it. Oops, it's not looking quite right. So we have the page there. What we're missing are the images. Well, this makes sense because we've used relative addresses and we've said, okay, where you are, and right now we're right here on the web server in the public HTML folder. Look for the files of the image files, and we can't find them there. In fact, they're still in the folder on our local file, which is a great place for them, but we also need them on the server. Notice when we upload to the server, it leaves our files there, so they're in both places. They're local and on the server. So we need to do an upload again. This time we're going to do the entire image folder. So if we click on it, we can upload an entire folder. So I'm going to do that, and it's going to upload all those images. And there it is, busy uploading and telling me about it. And then I go there and there's all those images. Now when I go back to Sunflower, I refresh, and now all the images show up. So that's how we upload published pages on the web server. One more thing I want to show you is if we wanted to upload the entire folder. So I'm going to go upload, and I'm going to go to my folder, resources, and I want to upload everything at once. Remember before I had to individually open this file and the folder. So I'm going to go up one, and I'm simply going to choose the entire resources folder and choose that. And it's going to upload everything inside that folder. So we wait for it. And then we can go find that resources folder, and it has everything in it. And so that's an easy way to upload. Now this will change what our URL is because we have to do the whole path from public HTML. So it's icarus.cs.weber.edu /tilde, and then our username, 65432 /. Now, this only gets me to public HTML. So once I get there, I need to go inside the folder resources. So that becomes part of my URL, resources /. And then once I'm in resources, I can choose sunflower.html and click that. And now everything's there. Sunflower.html and all the image folders files are already there. And now we've published on the Icarus server.